Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us this afternoon to learn more about your Atomy products and a little bit of a testimony from a special guest tonight. Again, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Nick. I am be your host tonight along with Miss Lola, and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start with the company introduction video, and then we'll move on to a small disclaimer, and then we'll go ahead and introduce our special guest tonight. All right, so let me share my screen, and we'll go ahead and get started.
The company that has remained steadfast and kept the right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, is a global multi-level marketing company with a presence across the globe, surpassing 2.2 trillion Korean won in global sales and with a global membership of 15 million. Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be its top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices. Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products, such as health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, home appliances, and more. Atomy Hemohim surpassed 2 trillion Korean won in cumulative sales, ranked #1 in domestic health functional food exports. With 19 international patents for a single product, it is forging a unique history in the realm of health functional foods. Absolute Skincare, which has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. Absolute Skincare received the King Sejong Award from the Korean Intellectual Property Office in 2021 for the first time in the cosmetics industry, and was selected as world-class product for next generation selected by Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy in 2022. Atomy practices customer-centered management in all its business activities, and such efforts were recognized by the acquisition of Customer-Centered Management certification for 3 consecutive years, which is a unique accomplishment in the industry. Starting with the U.S. branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company that opened 26 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. In 2023, Atomy opened its EU branch and has plans for global expansion, with a focus on Africa, Latin America, and emerging markets. Atomy's GSGS strategy, which stands for Global Sourcing Global Sales, allows the supply of products that align with the absolute quality and absolute price philosophy through Atomy's global sales network. Atomy's Success System, in which the company runs all seminars, allows any member to succeed regardless of individual ability. This is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. As the next generation broadcasting system bridging online and offline realms, the Success Seminar manifests Atomy's vision for members worldwide. It presents a vision of global success that transcends time and space by merging business and culture. The AXE project has been initiated to cultivate global leaders, and empower our active members around the world. ADM is dedicated to providing full support for fostering global business activities. To achieve absolute quality and absolute price, and to ensure commitment to quality from its partners, ADM provides various support measures for partnering companies such as cash payment within 1 week from delivery, interest-free operating fund loans, and joint quality management systems, among others. These create a culture of accompanied growth. ADM strives to minimize its environmental impact across all business activities. Through policies like transitioning products to zero plastic and introducing eco-friendly smart packaging solutions with the goal of becoming a global eco-friendly leader. Sharing is a mission that all companies must fulfill. As a result of its consistent annual giving for the last 3 years, ADM has secured the #1 rank in the distribution industry for donations as a percentage of revenue among the top 500 companies in the country. As a result, it has earned various government awards and certifications, including the Government Award for Sustainable Management, Good Donor Award, Family Friendly Company, and Great Place to Work, Korea. ADM's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of all members of society. Whenever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united to support happiness for all. The company that holds true to its principles while creating a new distribution culture. The company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. The company that dreams of customer success while moving beyond customer satisfaction. The company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud ADM.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and move over to our next part of our plan. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Ms. Lola to go ahead and unmute, and we're going to go ahead and read our disclaimer. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, Ms. Lola, you have the stage to read off the disclaimer.
Okay, it's a little bit, I can't quite, okay. We're not here to diagnose any medical problems. However, the information is for educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice or consultant with healthcare profession.
Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And all right. Thank you very much. And we're going to go ahead and turn the stage back again to Ms. Lola so she can go ahead and introduce our special guest tonight.
Good evening, everyone, once again, and thank everyone for coming out and, tonight. Tonight we have a special guest that's coming on. He's a auto sales master and diamond master. He's out of St. Louis, Missouri. He has a very powerful testimony that he would love to share with us. And I don't need to share any further stuff. I'm gonna allow him to do that. We're gonna welcome Mr. Kevin Dunn. Mr. Dunn, you have our undivided attention.
Thank you, Lola. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, you're loud and clear.
Okay, good. Well, my name is Kevin Dunn. I am out of St. Louis, Missouri. Auto sales master, as Lola introduced me. I really want to engage. I like when I talk, I like to engage with people. So if everyone, if you can, please show your face so we can dialogue. That's important because I'm grateful that Lola reached out to me, but I want to impart some information in you that going to change your life. That's most important uh, right there. So if you can, please show your faces and let's engage together. Be greatly appreciated. Well, let me tell you my testimony that I had stage 4 cancer. Let me say that stage 4 prostate cancer. And so I received after a test from the doctor. The doctor called me, and he said, "I have some bad news for you." Said you have you're Gleason 9, you're stage 4, and it's moving rapid into your body. And so immediately I didn't know what to do, but in the process of that, I went in like they suggest, and so they started me on chemo. So the first time I did chemo, I was sitting in a chair and my head slumped over, and I was literally gone. And the nurse wasn't there to revitalize me by shooting something in my tube, then I wouldn't be here today. I'll say. So I finished the process, and then the second time I went back, it did the same thing. I was literally gone. So they watched me, and so I didn't know what happened in between times at all. And so they did the same thing to revitalize me. So my faith kicked in. I said, I'm not coming back here again. I said, Lord, if you don't heal me, then get ready, make room for me. I'm ready to come. So, but it wasn't my time because I prayed in my prayer that I knew that there was natural remedies out there that can heal our bodies. Because I had a friend that had fibromyalgia, and they went to a natural holistic doctor, and they got cured of it. So I said, I know they have something out there for cancer. And so I had a brochure on my desk 4 years before I even picked it up. I got it from a Bishop T.D. Jakes church, Woman Thou Loose conference. And so what happened when I picked the brochure up, I never read it. I never paid into attention, but I never threw it away. And so when I went back home, I looked at something that took my eyes onto the brochure. I made that phone call, and they gave me 2 representatives here in St. Louis, Missouri. And so I called one, and they agreed to meet with me. And in the process, to make a long story short, they gave me the hemohim around 2 p.m., between 2 and 3 p.m. I took the hemohim. When I got back home, I had so much energy, I couldn't sleep none at night at all. I was totally woke. I was pretty upset because I could not go to sleep because I like to sleep, get my rest, but it would not allow me to sleep. And so the next morning, I made that phone call. I said, let's meet again. And so we met again. And in the process of me meeting her again, that I went over the slides and everything halfway through the presentation, I said, sign me up. Sign me up. I didn't need to hear anymore because the presentation, everything made sense. The product began to work. And so they explained the products. So what I did, I started off what we call now, which wasn't then the best packaged products, I believe it is. And so I took the hemohim vitamin C, and I took the probiotics. And so within the hemohim and all of that I was taking, 4 to 6 packets a day. So you have to be aggressive. When you have something in your body that's very aggressive, you have to be aggressive with it. Every 3 months, I went back to the doctor. My PSA level was going down, 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 and down. And I was excited. So his internship called me one day after over a year. And he said, Kevin, I got, good news for you. You have next to nothing, cancer at all in your body. And so we hung up the phone, and I received another phone call after that. My doctor was so excited. He said, Kevin said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm taking natural product. And one of them called the hemo. He said, whatever you doing, you keep doing. It's almost they'd never seen nothing like that before. And so my cancer was being dried up in the process of it. And it was frightening to my little girl, because when she looked at me, I was losing weight. I didn't have any energy. I was very weak. And so I lost so much weight and stuff. And so I lost my beard. But after that, I started recovering back and just continued back and forth. And I was so grateful of the Hemo Him. So I decided to be a spokesman for this particular product, because this product never let me down. It was a miracle for me. And if you think that it won't do it for you, try it for yourself and see. I'm grateful to be alive today, and I'm thanking God for that. So that is my testimony. And before I move forward in more conversation and interacting with people that have questions about this Hemo Him, you have the right to ask me now. So you could unmute. Hello, Sharon Wilson.
Hello.
I want to say this about it, because you must first be a believer in what you're taking, for it to work for you. Because my faith was in the natural. I know the natural, because understanding where we come from, we are natural people. When it comes down, we're made from the dirt, so it makes sense for the natural products to work in your body if you knew, what the natural product does. So in saying that, we have trillions of cells on the inside. So I want to give you an understanding of your body. Trillions of cells on the inside of our body. And those cells are very important. And these cells operate and work on different areas of your body. Whether you got cells in your stomach, you got cells in your nose, you got cells, and it's uniquely how they work. And so when these cells begin to die, if you do not feed these cells on the inside of your body the proper substance, they're going to die. That's the fact. They're just going to die. And so here's the thing. When I had cancer, my cell decreased so much, I'm going to say approximately around 8 million, that I didn't have any cells to fight off the disease.
I'm on the call. You want to listen?
So when we have less cells and they die, we don't feed them the proper things, you open your body up for illness, sickness, diseases, and all these things. So why is vitamin C so important? Because it feeds on the cells. It gives the replenishment of the cell. Antioxidant will kill cells that will kill things that try to knock on your body. So it is a fact that 98% of America is vitamin C deficiency. 98. Can you imagine trying to eat 8 oranges just to get your 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day? That's pretty tough. So the vitamin C that we have, one package right here, as you see, the vitamin C, and you take the total of 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. So that's equivalent to 4 packages a day. You could take them after you eat your meal, and you have met your daily nutrition as far as the vitamin C. So you all can agree with me, 8 apples just too much to do, right? So this is on a go, very friendly. It's very natural. This particular product is never seen nothing like it. You know, I never seen nothing like it. It does so much to the body. So before I move on, anybody have any questions? Please ask any questions at this time. So why vitamin C?
Yes.
Yes, Sharon has her hand up. Sharon Wilson.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Kevin,
Hey, Sharon.
a great presentation. And this is probably about my third or fourth time, and it gets better and better. And I get
Oh,
more
great.
excited. So my question to you, I noticed you said you started off taking more. And what was the length of time that you had a turnaround, number one? And when you talk about this is the PS level, is
Yes,
that correct? Yeah.
yes, PSA level.
Say again.
PSA level.
PSA level. Okay, so how do you measure the PS? What does that do? Give me a
Well,
little more.
the PSA level is measured through the blood work.
Okay.
Yeah, so the doctors, what they do, they draw blood from you and they find out where your levels are. And so every 3 months I had my PSA level, my blood drawn, so they can monitor and see where I was.
Okay, you said stage 4. What
Yes.
measures, what level is the PSA at that level?
Well, according to them, the doctors, so the level 10 is the highest you can go. I was at a 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was at, yeah. So, you know, a little frightening, but you know, over a period of time, I had such a peace, you know, and I followed the script, you know, that was in front of me, and because of I believe in, you know, my faith that every 3 months, you know, my PSA level was going down. So the hem, what it does, it dries up cancer. And not only myself, I've heard it through by going around, you know, the world, and I've heard it through many people how they was healed from cancer. But the ultimate thing is that we don't want to wait to the last moment, because you know, I was just fortunate, you know, because in the process of that, I've had one member that waited for, you know, quite a while. I couldn't get them on it because they was believing the Lord to heal them. And I said, well, you know, this is part of, you know, God's healing, you know. But it took me a while. By the time they figured out, they was pretty much, you know, there close to death, and they started taking it. And I started, you know, sending them boxes and stuff. But unfortunately, she waited too late and she passed. But she was at peace. But stories like that, if you love to give information to people, you really have a passion for wanting to help people.
Yeah.
So like many of you today, you know, if you're not dealing with your own self, which you should deal with, because it's important, because you can't make, you know, enjoy yourself or your grandkids or whatever if you're sick every day. So it is our responsibility to take care of our bodies. So we have to educate our bodies, and educating our bodies with, you know, feeding the cells and putting the proper nutrients in our bodies daily. Then, you know, you can take care of your body. But one of the most important things that we have got to understand that how information works. Everybody has information in their body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to know where information come from. Information come from foods. Information come from the air. Information come from just anywhere. And so when you're having pains and something in your body just not right, it's not a time to ignore it, but it is a time to see where it's coming from. What is it? So one thing about the Hemo Him, what it does is a blood cleanser. And so you're constantly cleansing your blood and you're constantly getting out the information in your body, which is, which is horrible because most of the things that we have, if we don't get the information out, then we're looking for other ailments in our bodies. So I want to start calling some names out. Miss Sharon Barn, how are you? When you come on, tell me where you're from and tell me how you got involved with Him on Him. I mean, how you got involved with Atomy.
Good evening. I am in Tallahassee, Florida,
Okay.
and I met my sponsor at an event.
Okay.
I am a holistic health coach, and I always have people asking me, I've been a health coach for 10 years now, and I always have people asking me, what kind of supplements should I take? And so
Right.
I'm always looking for plant-based products because those are better for our bodies and better for the environment. And when I came across Atomy and I asked questions, I've been in several MLMs before and didn't want to do an MLM again. But every question I asked her that was a barrier to me entering, she said, no. Like, what's the fee? There isn't one.
Right.
Monthly shipping. No, we don't do that. How much PV do I have to do a month? No, we don't have that. And just her just getting rid of all of those barriers. For me, it was just a no-brainer. The first product I tried, because I also have a kidney transplant. I'm also a kidney health coach. The first product I tried was the propolis toothpaste and the toothbrush, the oral care kit, because our mouths are so important to our health. And once I tried that, because of another product I had been on for years and years and years, and I still had sensitive teeth and bleeding gums, with the Atomy propolis toothpaste, it was just gone in a matter of weeks. And I've just been hooked ever since and going strong.
Very good. Thank you so much. You made a wonderful choice. For those who to hear your testimony, it should be a believer, because I've heard toothpaste that does a lot of things. It even heals sores. So it's amazing, that what it does. So Miss Emma Sales, how did you get involved with Atomy?
Well, I had a knee problem. Okay, my name is Emma Sales. I'm from Georgia, Bainbridge, Georgia, which is close to Florida, the Florida line. I had a knee problem, and the doctors was ready to do surgery on my knee. And so I didn't want that. So I just happened to went to the doctor. He said, oh, your knee is worn out, it's bone on bone. So about 2 weeks later, I met Dr. Relitha Williams, and she and her friend was telling me about nutritional supplements. I didn't believe it at first, but I did. They made it sound so good. So I did decide to purchase and take them. And when I did that, I never had any more problems with my knee. I don't have any pain anywhere. And I just thank God that I met them.
Good, good, good. So one of the things I want to say, someone asked me how many Hemo Him I took was between 4 to 6 package a day. So the more problem that you have, some people give up on one. They start taking one, it's not working. But you have to increase it. The more that the serious that your situation is, you have to attack it seriously. So that's important right there. So I want to talk about the Hemo Him, which is 8 years in research and development, and over 1,000 fruits and plants and herbs and nuts that that, and I had an opportunity to go to Korea and see the productivity plant, and it was amazing over there. They had everything and how they took water down to the naked form and utilized it. So the plant was extraordinary. And so they do extensive research, and these plants and vegetables, they come from, all over the world. If we talk about rainforests that have the best product in it, what ADM does, they go and get that and manufacture it. In fact, our E of vitamin omega-3 is made from Alaska, but it is geared here and broke down and put all together here in Ohio. So we are a global sales company, and we utilize the best of the best. And we understand, which is so important to understand, for instance, like saw palmetto, which is good for the men prostate. This is a 700-year-old plant that the Native American utilized. So it's nothing new that we are doing. It's just new because we're just hearing about it. And somebody, the CEO had the opportunity to put it out there because he himself was on a deathbed, was dying, and this product turned his life around. That's how he got involved. So, and now that he got involved, what he did was spread it all over. He built a system which we have as my friend said earlier, no money down, none of these. So it was pretty extraordinary. So as I begin to look at the plants, I begin to see a lot of patent that they have for these plants and these products on the wall. They have what 10 about 100 patents that was on the wall that I saw, and other products that have not reached here in the United States. They have over there. And I had opportunity to begin to experience these products, and in fact, I brought some back, to America and start utilizing even product that was not on the Korean website that they have. So they're in the process of expanding. That we have more and more products. 3,000, 4,000 products that you'll be able to have asset. This is the future of ADM. So you're in the right place at the right time. So in saying that, Keon, Nelly, how are you? Marie, how are you? Miss Woodson.
Good evening, Kevin. I really am so grateful. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes, grateful for your testimony. It's so needed. And I wanted to ask a question. Some of the questions have already been answered, but can you tell us how many vitamin C's you took a day and how much of the probiotics? How did you do that? You told us that how much hemohim you took, and also, did you change your diet?
Yes, very, very good question. Thank you for asking that. Because yes, I took at the time 2 vitamin C. It's only 1,000, but I did increase it. And start meeting my level at 2,000. Milligram of vitamin C. That's 4 packages. The probiotics, I took 2 of those as well. And most of the time, it's good to take the probiotic before you eat, because understanding how your system works. Most people have irritable bowel movement because those, would understand how food works. The food works. All the good stuff goes into the bloodstream, but then you have waste there in your liver. You have waste in your body, and those waste are what cause these ailments into your body because they're stuck there. They're stuck there, and they're not doing you no good because everything is gone. If you ever ate the whole apple and the rind is there, you can't eat no further, right? So you have you got to have a balance of bowel movement, so at least 2 or 3 bowel movements a day. If you're not getting that, then, those products that we can recommend you to start taking into those products. Now, I did change my diet. That's very important. And I'm glad you mentioned that. So I started these, I don't know if y'all still remember, I don't know if they still teaching them. When I was coming out of high school, well, not high school, but school, little grade school, they spoke about the plate methods. You got your meats over here, you got your vegetables, you got your fruits and things. And out of all these years, that stuff really started working for me. I never understood it then. It's crazy. But you want to portion your food. Now, I try to eat like 5 small meals, a day. But if you ate 3 meals, you want the protein, the vegetable, the meat, about the size of the palm of your hand. So I left I started eating turkey and chicken. I started making turkey and chicken in different, ways. I left the red meat alone. I left all of this stuff alone. The sugars, is important. You got to come off the sugar because sugar is cancerous. So, I don't drink sodas or anything like that. You can, take like lemon water, unsweet tea, use them, the stevia or the natural sugars and things. So I started doing all of that, and I still do it today. Because if we understand what we put in our body, and you'll probably frown at yourself. So why did I do that? So education is so important. Changing your diet is so important. The foods are not like they used to be. Most people are not active, other than probably on a go for work or that's still not a lot, because you're supposed to get like 8,000 steps in a day to help you out. We don't even get close to that. And then two, I exercise between 15 to 30 minutes a day. Most of the time, 30 minutes, do a walk, do some kind of cardio exercise, which is very important for your body to receive that, because it helps burn energy when you begin to exercise. But that's a very good question. Thank you for asking that.
Oh, you're welcome. And I wanted to ask you, do you have a maintenance dose of the hemohim that you take now?
Right now, I decrease it down. I take 1 a day. That's what I do because that's what it requires. And now, like I said, I do a lot of walking. I do like 45 minutes to an hour walk. And I don't eat like I used to. So it's under control.
Okay, thank you. And one more question. Do you also take the milk thistle?
I do take the milk thistle every now and then. I don't take it daily. The milk thistle is, for me, it's good. Like when you have like when you're trying to burp and food come up, and I take it and it takes the food down, so acid reflux, what I'm trying to, think of. So every now and then acid reflux might hit me and I take the milk thistle. No, that's a spirulina, I'm sorry. Spirulina do that, but the milk thistle, I do take the milk thistle to cleanse my liver.
All right, thank you so much.
Not every day, but it's good you have to clean your liver. So let me explain the cleansing. So you're cleansing your body, you're cleansing the blood, you're cleansing the liver, because the liver is the largest part of your organ. It's the largest part of your body and the organ of your body. And besides the skin, which the skin outside is 17%, of your organ, but inside is the liver. So how does it work? The liver, when you eat, food go through it, and then separates and does what it does. But yet instead, think about the food that we eat, and how, if we don't have anything to get it out with, cleanse it, it's problematic. Great question. So, Natasha, how are you doing? Let me find a man here. Johnny, how you doing, Johnny? Okay, who's iPhone 7? Hello, Christopher. How you doing, Christopher? So Marie,
Hello,
Yes,
I'm Johnny.
Johnny?
I'm not a man, but I'm Johnny.
Okay, okay. Tell us about how you got involved with Atomy.
My husband's cousin was selling, and I just was getting an order with her and started using it. But my husband supposed to have cancer. He's on it now, and he's doing much better.
How many packages, what kind of cancer, how many packages you take?
I'm gonna let him tell you. He's right here by me.
All right. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Clinton.
My name is Clinton.
Hey, Clinton.
I was on my PSA was up high, very high, and I was diagnosed with prostate cancer about 2 years ago, and I was on treatment, hormone therapy,
Yeah.
and I've been on that for about 2 years, but when she joined Atomy, I started taking the Hemo and
And spirulina.
in the spirulina, and I'm doing much better now. The last checkup I had, it was down to 0, my
Look at that.
PSA, and I feel energetic, and I feel much better.
So you just verified what I went through, right?
Yes.
So that's just a witness there. So I'm glad you're doing much better. Stay with it. Increase. Let me say something to everybody, which is very important. I know that we say you had a choice, and you got your money over here, and you got your product that's going to save your life over here, and yet you choose money over your health. Now, I can't find an excuse for that, because when I was in turmoil, I made a way to buy the products because I needed the products. I didn't make an excuse of the products don't work. I didn't make an excuse for the fact that I didn't try everything I did and just to give up. There are times that we have to choose what's necessary over ourselves, and that is, our health, because we can prematurely leave this world, and it's not our time. So I wanted to say that right there is so important. Who is Ron McCoy? Ron McCoy, are you there? Are there any more questions? Because we are down to like 7:43. So hey, Christopher.
How you doing? Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah, you had called on me earlier. Did you have to do something?
No, I just called on how you doing, see if you had any input.
Oh, of course. Atomy that I can say bad about Atomy, from the business model to the products, all of the I'm satisfied with them. You were talking about the saw palmetto, most important products that we have for us men. It definitely works. It definitely works. If you're getting up going several times a night, that's because your prostate is enlarged. If you understand what that means, the prostate's position, it inhibits you from being able to go to the bathroom and have a full So with the saw palmetto around for thousands of years, it decreases the size,
No good. This is
and
different.
therefore
Two different phones. So this is the Android. That's not my iPhone.
Miss Joyce,
Someone
go
needs to
ahead.
mute their phone. Mute your phone.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. Christopher.
yeah, the saw my favorite products. I really believe in that because it just does what it says it's going to do. And I started taking it. I was going to the bathroom a lot at night, and I started taking it, and within a couple in my system, that stopped. And if I get up and go to the bathroom at night, I've at least 4 or 5 hours. I'm not getting up 2 or 3 times, which is great. And somebody mentioned the toothpaste. I was using. Not gonna be ashamed to say it. I was using Sensodyne, and it dulled the pain. But when I started using our Atomy Propolis toothpaste, within a you said, I was not having any more nerve pain, no more the drinking cold stuff and having to drink it on one side. It just all of that. Just the thing I love about that toothpaste is that it does so much more. You can put it on bug bites, cuts. I bit my tongue. I really bit my tongue, a chunk, and I just put some of that toothpaste on the immediate. Within a day or so, that chunk had healed up. So that toothpaste wonders for a lot of different things, and just like all of the products. Fine Zyme.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. I know that I know you have taken it all, and you have great testimonies. I appreciate that. But I want to give somebody else a chance to give their testimony.
Ron McCoy is here. I couldn't unmute before.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us where you're from and how you got involved with Atomy.
Yes, my name is Ron McCoy. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I got involved with Atomy about 3 months ago. A young lady at my office introduced me to the products. And just after I met her, after she started working, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And it was so timely because I had, just met her maybe a month before, had started on the toothpaste, and then boom, out of the blue, I was diagnosed in December with colon cancer. So I started taking the HemoHim 4 packs. And because it had also spread to my liver on 2 small spots was on the liver, I also started taking the milk thistle. And within 2 months, the colon cancer is completely gone. They don't even see it. And the liver spots are shrinking almost to zero. So thankful to Atomy. I also just started recently drinking the noni juice. And I'm just ecstatic to hear the results that people have been getting from the noni juice. So I'm grateful and blessed to be involved and happy to share the opportunity.
Great, thank you. Great testimony. Great testimony. These testimonies make me feel like it's worth it. When I talk to people about the products, and you talk to people, you ever heard that saying, when you find something good, you don't need to hold it to yourself. You need to tell everybody. So that's what I encourage you. So the HemoHim also works with the women administration pain, works with that, and it helps with the blood circulation of the body. It's rich in vitamin B12, which is good for anemia. Also it works on your brain cell. Alzheimer's. You want to continue to think sharp in your mind at all times. You continue to take that, and most important, to take it daily. And it's good for your skin. It's good for blood pressure. I've heard testimony that people had high blood pressure, that the blood pressure had gone down, and they're taking HemoHim that came off of, I'm not recommending, this, I'm just saying that from the testimony, they come off their medicine, in fact, some of them come off, you know, a little bit and chose to replace that with the natural products. So you have to make that choice. And also good for your hair loss. You know, when you lay down at nighttime, you lose a lot of hair. No, I don't have to worry about that because I cut my hair. So you lose a lot of hair, especially if you're nervous. You got, nerve problems. You know, your hair just fall out and you feel it. You don't see those things, but it slows the process down. It does, and it also calming, qualities, which is oppression, depression. It gives you such a peace. You know, you won't be so jumpy. So it also good for arthritis. It prevent that the arthritis in your bones and stuff. Gives you calcium and also give you healthy bones in your body. So if you can see that Him does so much in your body, this is the base. Yes, it is the base. So definitely though, I have more time, more questions. The floor is open again. So Elan, tell us about yourself. Marie, Denzel, Diesel. So, and continue with the him, it also revitalizes you, the fatigue is most people are set up, because food makes you, when you get sluggish, and certain food make, feel sluggish. So, cleansing your body constantly. And I've heard a testimony that how it picked them up. It also prevent contusion for women. When women have babies and stuff, sometimes contusion come in, it helps out in that, and inflammation and pain relief. You might have a headache. I've heard testimony that within 15 minutes after taking the him, the headache is gone. So it's a great product. So I heard somebody get ready to say something. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, yes, Natasha, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. It's Natasha. I heard you were calling me earlier, but I could not unmute. So I'm from Jamaica. I'm currently in the US, but I'm from Jamaica. I was introduced to him through Denzel. I think he's online as well, from Jamaica. I have personally taken the product, not having any specific body ailments or symptoms, but I'm a nurse and I was introduced to a very, very young 28-year-old family friend, almost family of mine, who was diagnosed with stage 4 brain tumor. And he was going through, it was very aggressive. So he was given expected like 3 to 4 months to live. And he's gone almost 2 years now, gotten married recently, doing very well. He's gone through extensive chemo radiotherapy on the double and was having side effects from, the typical side effects from chemo radiotherapy. And he was getting the high doses. So I tried it through my team back in Jamaica to get some of the hemo for him because I was told that it helps to reverse the symptoms of the chemo radiotherapy.
Yes.
And he had gone through 3 days and having severe symptoms already. So I eventually got some through Herslin. And I gave it to him and he said after the first dose, the symptoms totally went away. He went through his entire course of chemo radio together, and the doctors to date, they're amazed at the progress that he's made. His blood count and everything remained on top while he was doing that chemo radiotherapy. They started asking him what he was doing. He told them he was taking this product. They told him whatever he was doing, he should continue. And he's doing well. The tumor he did surgery, mark you, but the tumor, it was coming back, but started to reverse. And it's been gone. They're amazed at his results. He's doing very well. He was having even seizures. And they thought after second surgery, he would be having constant seizures and certain sections of his brain would not be repaired. And they're amazed at the results because everything that they said would not happen has reversed. So,
Yes.
and so the hemohim in particular is a very, I believe, based on my personal experience I've seen, it's an awesome product.
Yes, thank you, Natasha. That's an awesome testimony as well. So not only you heard my testimony, but you've heard testimony of others that really validate what I said to you. I've heard the prostate cancer, I've heard the brain, all this been been changed and for the better. So one of the key things is knowing your body as well. Know your body. For me, between 4 to 6, I was aggressive with it and stuff. So I've heard some people have taken up to like 10 a day. Because their situation was so bad. So bad, and it began to work. It was aggressive, very aggressive with it. So great. Great. So that was a great testimony. Thank you, Natasha. So
You're welcome.
they continue to go to your country land and talk to people more about that because they need to know as well. So Marsh.
Mr. Duns, I got actually a person that has their hand raised, so I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and call on Nelly real quick first before we move on to that other person that you called out.
Sure. Nelly.
I'm sorry, I missed you. I couldn't unmute, but I just wanted to say that I've been on the hemohim for over a year because my doctor had said I was anemic. So I went to my good friend Pat's shop and I asked her what did she have for anemia, and she introduced me to the hemohim. So that's been like over a year, so I don't have that problem anymore. And I like the hemohim so well. My knee was bothering me, and she told me after I take the hemohim, put a little bit on my knee. So I started doing that, but I saw how well the hemohim, every time I went to my primary and got my blood work done, she told me everything was so good. So I told Pat, I said, I'm not putting that hemohim on my knee anymore. What I do, I cut it open after I finish taking it. I cut it open and I just lick the packet, and I really don't like the taste of the hemohim, but I like what it does for me.
Very
So I
good.
just wanted to give that
Say that.
testimony.
Oh,
And
that's a
thank
great
Pat for
testimony.
introducing me to the hemohim.
Right. So if it's something good, what y'all do, you have to go out and tell it. You have to get people, because so many people that are around us that need to know, that are going through ailments and don't have to go through it, and change your diet. Everybody, I encourage you to change your diet too in the process of doing it. You'll find yourself feeling so much better. Thank you, everybody, for inviting me. Thank you, Lola. Appreciate you. Thank you, Nick. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you on the call. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back to Lola, and then if she's available. Okay. Guess Lola is got tied up with something, but so thank you very much, Mr. Duns, for coming on the call. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, does anyone have any last minute questions for Mr. Duns before we go ahead and end the call tonight?
I just want to thank him, Nick. This is Valerie. I just want to thank him for coming on the call tonight. We truly appreciate it. It was awesome. And guys, I wish people would go out there and share the products, because there's a lot of people hurting, a lot. I mean, I go through people hurting, but they don't want to, they don't look at me as knowing, So I guess what we have to do is, like he made his presentation, we'll have to bring them to the call, because sometimes when we introduce the products to people, they don't take us seriously. So they have to really hear the testimonies to really, adhere to what we're trying to tell them, to help them. So we want to make sure we share it. So guys, I work in hospice. Okay. So I can tell you that Big C is working hard. So sometimes I look at him and I say, Lord, I got the stuff could help and I can't even say anything, so I just say we need to share the products as much as we can because it's gonna help them. Just like we heard tonight. We really appreciate the presentation. Highly appreciate it.
All right, hold on 1 second. I think we
And-
got, yeah. Go ahead, Lola.
Yeah, I want to say thank you so much. Marie, before we end, Marie, you have a question or something you want to say?
Let me see. I thought I had it in my head and one and it came out the other ear. I just wanted to talk about just very briefly about he was talking about faith, and that is just really important. And I'm just glad that he brought that point up about having faith. And we really do. He was talking about Mr. Kevin was talking about how the one lady that she just waited too long. And I just, we really have to have a sense of urgency to help people. And so I'm just so glad this has been such a blessing and it's going to bless so many people. And I pray that we are all able to get a copy of the recording that we could share because like Valderine just said, she works in hospice and she said cancer is just, just taking lives. So we got something that can stop it. So I just thank you all so much. Nick, you, Lola, Valderine, everyone, Mr. Dunn, for this and for everyone who gave their testimony. This is so powerful. So I'm so grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Maria. And guys, this is what Nick and I be talking about. We get people to share their testimonies that have gone through different situations to encourage us and to help us to, benefit from these. So I know that everyone appreciates Mr. Dunn for coming on the call tonight. We really appreciate it and we got educated and we can benefit from your testimony. And we're going to share the products with people out here that need them, that want them, that are looking for us. Because they are looking for us. We just we just sometimes don't open up ourselves to them to really let them know that there's stuff available. So now that Mr. Dunn has encouraged us, we're going to share more with people and become their friends so that, they can, see the benefit of getting these products and, like he said, changing your diet. So we thank you so much, Kevin, for coming on and being a part of our call. And also I want to thank my special guest, Sharon Wilson. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all that you do for me. I appreciate it. And our team. Thank you so much. So I'm going to turn it back over to Nick. I'm going to say, good night to everyone. And Nick is on you.
Yep. Thank you very much, Lola. Yes, like I said, I want to say a special thanks to Mr. Duns for coming on. I'm going to go ahead and at this time, we're going to go ahead and end the call. Just before we end the call, I see that we have 2 hands raised. I'm just going to ask them one at a time to go ahead and unmute themselves real quick and ask their question, and then we're going to go ahead and end our call. So I'm going to go ask ask the person that is how is it, Trevor? I can't pronounce it very well.
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Good evening. It's Tarver.
Yeah,
Tarver. Okay.
Well, I was invited by Harry and Mary, and I thank them. I've been knowing them for many years. But my question is for Mr. Dunn. I did put it in the chat to him, but I'll go ahead and say it since I was recognized.
Okay.
How long did you take the product before you saw a difference? Whether it was weeks, months, or how long did you take it?
I saw it. My doctor appointment was scheduled for every 3 months. Every time I went back, I saw the difference the first 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was decreasing. So yeah, every 3 months. And
So you were
over a year,
taking like 5 or 6 packets, or how many per day?
between 4 to 6 packages, along with the vitamin C and the probiotics. And the best packages is a really good package to start off with people. They didn't have it, when I started taking the best package, but that's a good ingredients to start off with, and then start off branching on other products, once you learn about them as well. But that's what I did.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
All right, and then the last person is going to be Miss Sharon
Barnes.
Barnes.
Sharon. Yeah.
Hi, wonderful call. Thank you. I just want to empower everyone and also relieve you at the same time. Yes, it's hard to talk to people sometimes. So I want to empower you. Your job is not to convince them. It is to share the information and give them the power to make the decision. That's how I run my business. I share information, but they have to make a decision. And so I want to empower you to do that. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, what'll happen is I see I got a lot of questions in the chat about sharing the link for this recording. I will upload this recording to YouTube. It's going to be a private link that will be shared throughout the groups. So as soon as I get a chance to do it, I will upload it to YouTube, but it'll be listed as not public. It'll be listed as unlisted. So unless you have the link, you will not be able to view this recording. So it's giving you guys a heads up, but I will share the YouTube link with everyone in the groups. So if you're part of the groups on WhatsApp and Telegram, you should be able to get the link for the recording. Okay. All right. Everybody else have a good night, and we will see you guys again next Saturday, same time, 8 p.m. EST. Just remember that we have calls all week long, 7 days a week. So please do join us on those other calls to learn more about your Atomy and products and testimonials from different folks. We will have another one like this soon, but so everybody have a good night. And
Nick.
Yes.
This lady said, Miss Johnny May, but I guess she didn't understand what you were saying. She want to know again, how can she get the link? I don't know if she's connected on WhatsApp or not. But also what I wanted to say is that we have a promotion in the the 2 noni juices is back. 2 bottles for, they'll have the promotion what they had before. So they brought it back.
Yes, the promotion is 2 bottles of noni juice for $114, and you get 80,000 PVs. So the PVs has gone up from, I believe, 35,000 to 80,000. So take advantage of that promotion. It's while supplies last. So so make sure and take advantage of that one. And then we do have a new health kit also. Health Kit 3. It does have that new
omega-3.
Yeah, the RTG omega-3 and in the current promotion, and the price for that promotion, including the believe it's the Hemohim and another product. I can't remember right now. I don't have it on the back of me right now, but that kit is $154 US. All right, so those are the two promotions that that we have going right now. I believe they're going until till the end of April. The bulk promotions are going from today's date through April 15th at 5 p.m. Pacific, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So guys, go ahead and take advantage. Right now we're running major, one of our big masterships right now, where the whole leg is running for the next level up, wherever you're running from. If you're running for the first time for Sales Master, or you're running for Diamond Master or Sharon Rose Master, this is where the whole leg is running right now for the next level. So please do take advantage of those promotions, so that way you can help your team grow and get to the next level that they're trying to get to. All right. Make sure to tell you sharing it with your customers, because and your business partners, so that way they can also help you with getting those PVs to get to the next level. All right. All right, so that's it. That's it for the announcements. I believe that we had a website update today. So the website should be back up and everything should be back to normal. I believe that later tonight, the global website is probably going to go down again for another system maintenance on the Korean side. So just in case you get up in the morning and says that the Gmail is not working, it's because they are doing maintenance on their end in Korea. All right. So again, that's about it for all the announcements. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you again, I guess, next Saturday, same time. Good night.
Good night, and
Good
thank
night.
you. Great job.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Enjoyed everything.
Good night.
Present.